Hello everybody, welcome back to the Limit of Adhesion. Gareth here with race 1 of Silly Season, and I'm joined in the commentary booth by the architect of Silly Season himself. It's Dom. Dom, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's nice to be back in the box. I see you've painted the place. I'm not sure about that funny stain in the corner though.
No, that's Jules' fault, clearly. So, Dom, give us a quick overview of what Silly Season is, first of all.
So obviously the GT3 and F3 season just finished recently, and so we had a few weeks off, and being that they're all racing fanatics, we wanted something to do in our spare time, so crafted Silly Season, which is a load of car track combos that you wouldn't normally expect to find in iRacing. A few silly mixed class events, a bit like the Battle of the Little Wings, and I actually put up a $15 prize for the winner, iRacing prize, so plenty to play for the drivers. Plenty of daft races coming their way.
Excellent stuff, yeah, and this race then being the WRX Beetle Light around Oulton Park Fosters. And without further ado then, let's take a look at what the qualifying results have been. So, qualifying over, Dom Parker on pole position ahead of David Lyne, Oliver Walker, Nicola Lee, Sam Stock, Gavin Kelly, Tur Malarin, Patrick Otarecki, and Stephen Greening and Rhys Crichton rounding out the top 10. Patrick, new to the league, welcome to you. Patrick, you've a very exciting time to join the league then.
Yeah,
unusual to see people. Go on.
Yeah, he picked a particularly ridiculous time to join, but fingers crossed. I think he's looking at joining the TCR league next season as well, so it'd be good to have Patrick on board.
Yeah, excellent stuff, and we can see the cars on the grid then. That's Dom on the right, and the graffiti car is David Lyne. It's going to be tricky to pick out the drivers in very unusual paint schemes.
Taking unusual lines, I imagine, as well. The drivers have been briefed for this one to use the off-track limits as much as they possibly can, so they've got quite a liberal off-track allowance as we see them diving into turn 1 for the first time.
Yeah, and that's Dom getting through safely and in the lead. Stephen Greening. Oh no, it's Nicola Lee in third, isn't it?
Oh, it's already been a crash at the back. Oh, and a big one as well.
Oh!
Lots of drivers involved there.
That looks like a stunt display team. That's,
difficult to pick out who's who in all these random liveries, of course, but you can see the drivers dropping down the standings board on the left there.
Yeah, and that's Nicola in the pink car who's just jumped into the lead then using a very interesting line through turn 2 and 3, and he's just having to drop down with the slowdown then.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a great shortcut across that corner there, but it does give you about a 2-second slowdown that you then got to serve. If you can get the shortcut done properly, then it does gain you about a second over the pack, but it's quite bumpy across there and easy to lose control.
Yeah, careful management then. So we're already coming up to the end of the first lap then. We're cut further back in the pack.
Rhys doing an overtake on the grass there.
Yeah.
Making use of that four-wheel traction.
Rhys Crichton getting past Andres Fuelgrave, our double GT3 champion now.
You can see how wide the drivers are running on the outside turn 1 there, carrying the speed.
Yeah. As you said before, we alluded to, we're going to see some very interesting lines through this race as the drivers take use of the very generous off-track limit that has been put in place.
Bit of a breakaway in the front of the race there. Those four are starting to gap the rest of the pack.
Yeah. Is that Roberto Costa there elbowing his way through Rhys Crichton?
Absolutely, yeah.
And keep an eye out for the Herbie car.
There it is on screen.
There it is. Gavin Kelly from Cannon Fodder and Stupid Aguri. And now a Formula 3 champion in the yellow. Oh! Hip barges Miran Hugovin out of the way there. But
I think it was Costa, in fact. Costa in the wars again, was it?
Oh, it's Costa, beg your pardon, yeah.
Does the gentlemanly thing and waits for him.
Does indeed. So we can see a number of drivers in the pit lane already. Stephen Cakebread, Tur Malarin, Jake Weaver and Chris White. They're probably all victims of that original incident on the opening couple of corners.
Yeah, that group of drivers that didn't quite make it to turn 2.
Yeah. So here's our top 4 battling away then, and you can hear the tyres squealing as they come through that corner. It's the slowest corner on the layout, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the biggest braking zones. Quite tricky to actually make a move into there though, because there's that little right-left on the way down, and it changes height as well, so the car's quite unsettled, so it's difficult track to overtake on around this one.
Yes. And you see Winslade now up to 5th place ahead of Patrick Otarecki, who's obviously made a mistake there. He's just fallen back, lost a couple of positions. Andres Fuelgrave now up to 6th place.
Yeah, Patrick's somewhat of a skippy specialist in the public races.
So he's no doubt looking forward to the Road Atlanta race that's coming up soon.
Absolutely.
In silly
Skippy
season.
versus Radical at Road Atlanta.
That's a pretty bonkers combination, I must admit. There he is, and that's in the yellow car. That is Patrick. And here's Andrews Fieldgrave, not in a black-pink car. It looks more black and blue, actually.
Yeah, it's really confusing with all the different liveries that people are running this for this event. But absolutely no idea who is who just at first glance.
Line's got a great run on Dom Parker for the lead here. 2 wheels on the grass as they head up to Druids. He's gone to the inside line, but it looks like Dom's got this one well covered. And the Walkwick Bridge is the final straight that takes you to the final corner.
He's pulled over to the side. I wonder if he had a slowdown there. Tucks back inside, didn't really fight it. I think maybe a slowdown.
Yeah, the interesting thing is that some places you can get an off track by going wildly off track, but no slowdown, and other places you'll get a slowdown just for nibbling too much of the apex of the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it's what I call turn 3, because that little right-left wiggle on the way down, I don't really count it as. That one, you only have to just be sort of a couple of wheels the wrong side of that big sausage, and it gives you a really nasty slowdown there.
Yeah. So here's Patrick then in 7th place currently, a new personal best lap for him. And that group is really tightening up at the front.
You can see already the bottom 11 cars are already a lap down on the leaders. Looks like Line got a slowdown there as well, pulling over and putting the brake lights on.
Yeah, Stephen Greening charging through then in 2nd place, and let's see what he can do against Dom Parker in the lead there.
Looks like, is that Roberto at the back of the pack there, but not actually racing for position.
Yeah, sadly a lap down already then after the Kelly incident. Wow, Greening on the outside.
Side by side for half a lap here, haven't they? Great racing at the front.
Yeah. Who's going to come out of turn 1 ahead? Greening going the long way round, really wide. It looks like he's in the lead then. Wow. Parker nearly up on 2 wheels there.
Two-wheeling it on the way down the hill.
Yeah.
These Beetles really do take a pounding, and they're happy for the pounding as well. They're pretty much in their element when they are on 2 wheels. As Parker
they're an
takes the lead
excellent
back
fun
again.
car to drive.
Yes,
I really enjoyed the light.
Malarin sets the fastest lap of the race, a 59. That must be with that shortcut that we were talking about.
Yeah. Dom Parker then back up the inside into Druids on Stephen Greening then, and
side by side again.
Yeah, and that's Ollie Walker now. He's in 3rd and Line back down in 4th after that slowdown.
Yeah, and just being gapped by these leading 3 a little bit here as well, just dropping off the pack.
Yeah, Greening got very wide in the final corner, as has Line. Dom Parker back up into the lead then.
As we see Herbie coming up on the back of Merrin.
Merrin Hugavin, yep. From the Wizards of Lifton Coast, the new team for Season 5 of F3 and Season 4 GT3.
And the TCR also, and I'm quite enjoying the livery previews I've seen for that team. Quite spicy. Yeah,
it's going to be it's going to be an exciting team because they're running Club 1500 as well, so they probably the only team that's going to have a presence across every single league and championship running in the Yellow Weight Hill. No, someone else has gone round then. That was that Costa again.
Costa and Andrus, I think, fuel grade.
Oh, you're right, yeah. Wow, Kelly's getting very adventurous with his lines. Oh,
on the outside.
What a super move there by Kelly on Hugavin to get
all the way around. No, it's just going to lose out, it looks. Although it's still got the run. Still side by side going back up the hill. Oh. I'm not going to lie, when I crafted this event, I knew it would be a bit silly. I thought the racing would be close, but it's certainly exceeded expectations so far.
Absolutely, yeah. Here's Winslade now in 6th place and under attack from Patrick Otoricki. And that's Rhys Crichton who's just gone back ahead of him. So Winslade's obviously made a mistake as well to have fallen good 12 seconds back off the lead. He was actually gaining on the front 4 before that. Kelly still attacking Hugavin as they come to complete this lap. And he's still behind. Oh no!
Crash ahead there. That's Winslade.
Winslade taking out Crichton, yeah.
Well, that's one way to make a pass at least.
Yeah, just shove it up the inside and let him turn in on you. But no, that's all on Winslade, that one.
Max who?
Here we go then, Parker on Walker. Parker back up in the lead, and Greening just shoving Walker out of the way as well for P2.
Yeah, the drivers were instructed strictly that the liberal off-tracks allowance wasn't an invitation to punt each other, but door banging is very welcome. Let's see Winslade and now Tricky here.
Yeah, and he's just run right the way around the outside to retake P5, which he was running on fairly earlier on in the race, so order has been restored up there.
I do like Winslade's choice of livery for this one. I've always enjoyed the Castrol colours.
Yeah, Castrol is always a nice scheme. Takes me back to the old Jag days.
Indeed.
In Le Mans. So Hugavin somehow still ahead of Kelly despite that vicious attack earlier on. And what's happening here then? That's Winslade off the track. Wow, we've had a few incidents going on there then. Looked like he was in the barrier.
It did look like there'd been a schmozzle of some sort, didn't it? A few slower cars recovering. Looked like potentially Patrick was caught up with Winslade there maybe. As Patrick, as very side was there as well, as we just went out of the shot, he was drifting through Druids.
I think we might have some car damage going on here. You can see some smoke. I'm not sure if that's just dust off the track or from the incidents.
Yeah, it's hard to tell in a race like this, isn't it? With all the cars doing as best as they can to not stay on the track. There's just dust hanging in the air at every corner.
Yeah. So it does seem to be faster in places just to, run it wide, have a few wheels on the grass. I mean, these are WRX cars, so they do seem to be quite happy on and off the black stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that the drivers do need to keep in mind, though, is that they do get better traction and acceleration if they do stay on the tarmac versus on the grass. So you can see these four at the front line is just dropping away a little bit, but they are actually staying mostly on the track throughout the lap.
Yeah. Although we haven't had many actual laps. I haven't seen fastest laps popping up though.
No, that's true. That's true. Almost playing it not quite the fastest laps, but playing it a little bit safer, I guess. We saw McLaren with that huge, that 59-second lap. Like I say, I think that was most certainly taking that shortcut that we've spoken about.
Yeah. All these guys are getting these laps are being discounted, aren't they, from running wide through T1?
Yes, absolutely.
There's Winslade back at it then. What place is he in at the moment? P8.
And Reese is chasing Patrick now. Battle for 5th.
Yeah.
Look how wide they are in the background there.
Hugely wide then. Not an inch given or taken.
Director's not managed to actually hone in. Oh, there's one in the front there. Nicola, I think that is again taking that shortcut. And Winslade's backwards with Andrus.
Wow, Winslade and Fuelgrove then having an incident. And did Fuelgrove tow or just have a bit of a connection issue there?
I think it was possibly just a connection issue. He is indeed, Greening back in front. Good spot.
And Kelly up to P8 now.
It's all action, isn't it? Everywhere you look, there's something going on.
Yeah.
Oh, crikey.
That's Sam Stott then losing it on the way into Druids, trying to take a cheeky
through the
line.
gap so it didn't take anyone out. There must be some skill and art form in that, managing to not crash into someone else in his own little accident there.
Yeah. Costa going very wide, but we know he's a lap down.
Again. Oh, and collected on the way past.
Oh, I think he must have been suffering some damage there then, because he's not got through the corner and he's in the pits. So our battle for the lead once again then. Stephen Greening leading from Dom Parker. Ollie Walker in 3rd, David Line in 4th, and Patrick Otaricki about 17 seconds back now, so don't think he's really in this fight anymore. It is purely between these 4 drivers for the win.
By the looks of the standings, oh no, it's just updated now. I was going to say, last time I looked at the standings board there, it said that the leaders had lapped up to 7th position, but that's updated now. It's changed its mind again.
Yeah. Oh, someone's gone around. That's Hugavin fighting it very hard with Stott.
Yeah, Stott is defending from, isn't it?
Yeah. Interesting chat with David Line actually about Sam and his he said Sam just will go for it in places that other drivers would maybe think twice.
So, contact at the front.
Dom being barged into the wall.
Full hip and shoulder there.
Yeah.
Looks like the car's running okay though. Big lock-up
Oh, huge squeal of tyres as they came into that final corner.
As we're coming onto the final lap as well, by the looks of it. That's flown by.
Yeah, very rapid race. It is indeed. Final lap then, and Ollie Walker lining up a pass on Dom Parker for second.
Parker's going to need to make this the widest beetle known to man. Take a leaf out of Hugovin's book from earlier in the race.
On board Ollie Walker then, here we come up to the tight corner.
Good run for Walker through there.
Yeah. And then we come into Knickerbrook, flat out on this version of the track.
Take a good chomp of the inside grass there. Take the off track.
Yeah. And they're running out of corners now. Just Druids in the final corner to go.
Green's wheel on the grass, drifting round, and that's given Parker the run. And Walker's made it 3 wide.
He's on the grass. Oh, just nudging into each other, and that's Walker round. That's unfortunate for him.
That's very unfortunate. It was always going to be risky taking it 3 wide.
Yeah. Well, Parker's stolen it by the tiniest of margins to win the race then. David Line coming home P3. Storming race that. Here comes Patrick for 5th place. That's a great effort on your first LOA race. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, great work, Patrick.
Wow. And there's Winslade limping home a long way down the order in P16 now. Reese going for the showboat finish.
Kelly trying to replicate P7 as well, yeah.
Yeah.
You just hear the tyres squealing there.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a big crunchy noise going on in the background. So what atypical for an LOA race. Oh, here we go. Goodness me.
Absolutely creams into Parker there.
Yeah. Carnage going on then. We look at some of these race highlights.
I think this is mostly going to be a crash compilation, to be honest. So that was Stott and Malaren at the start getting together, and that's what caused the chain reaction as Malaren rolls back across the track.
teammates. Although there was the other 2 cars were getting into each other on the inside as well.
Yeah, hip and shoulder there, you see. They all just sort of bounced back into each other, didn't they?
They all had a bit poetic ballet there going on. That was Jason Weaver.
Yeah, I think he actually got put over the fence and then automatically reset back to the pits there. Chris White as he comes around. Was that
Gary
Richards, I think? Yeah.
Wow.
They do make a good crash, these Beetles, don't they, once they do get together?
Oh yeah, very much so. Here's Malaren showing us the shortcut of dreams.
He absolutely perfected this shortcut through the race.
He really did, yeah.
Chris White taking an early shortcut. Ooh.
Oh,
that was cake,
a bit net cody, that one. Yeah.
Got a bit of a spin around for it.
Here comes Costa.
Yeah, being chased by Winslade. Synchronised drifting.
Such a shame, that one. Yeah, don't try and get back to the track, just go straight forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Reese Crichton and Winslade once again.
Sort of saw the aftermath of that one, didn't we? But didn't quite see it in its build-up.
Yeah. Just a very late attack, and Winslade trying to go inside on Patrick there. That's that was ambitious.
Is this the return of Dirty Winslade? Seems to be a lot of biffs in this race.
I think so. Yeah. Looks like he's back. Oh, Chris White into the barrier. That could be car damaging.
Here he is again,
Winslade.
Winslade.
Once again.
Must have had a long checklist in this race that he wanted to tick off.
Well, I think he's just trying that ambitious line, cutting to the inside of that second corner.
Yeah, you see how bumpy it is.
Yeah.
Richard's almost bouncing back into the path there as Chris White nearly goes for a rollover.
Yeah, and then he got it on its side, didn't he?
More people taking the shortcut, seeing how effective it was for Tor.
Kelly chased him Tor there through there, isn't he? Oh god, loads of them going for it.
Oh! 3 in the wall.
That was amazing. Stott just absolutely killing someone there. Here comes Crichton.
Got that air time.
Yeah.
Nearly goes end over end.
Front.
Yeah,
Make
definitely.
it land. Winslade and
post-race. Great white
that's how to kill a beetle.
Well, there you go then.
As you see our race winner. Wow, so Dom Parker wins then from Stephen Greening, David Lyon in third, Oliver Walker in fourth ahead of Patrick Otaricki on his debut. Reece Crichton was in sixth ahead of Gavin Kelly, Sam Stott, Andrews Fuelgrave and Graham Barsley rounding out the top 10. Mirren Hugavin, Nicola Lee, Tourmalin, Gary Richards, Roberto Costa, Gareth Winslade, Chris White, Stephen Cakebread and Jason Weaver rounding out the field.
F3 versus Formula V next to Okayama.
Yes, indeed. A very exciting introduction to silly season. So thanks very much for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.
Cheers.